Now, many prestigious international organizations and financial institutes have released optimistic forecasts of Vietnam's economic growth, despite global economic fluctuations. Now, Vietnam is expected to become one of the fastest growing economies by 2030, according to researchers at Growth Lab at Harvard University, who presented new growth projections in the Atlas of Economic Complexity. The country is rated among developing economies that have made the greatest strides in improving their complexity.
As an overall measure of the productive capacity of the region or country, the recent released Economic Complexity Index or ECI report by Harvard University shows that Vietnam will be one of the top 3 fastest growing countries in the world in the next decade.
The ranking, and you've moved way up, I think in 2000 you were around 100, now you're around 50, so that's a huge move up. And I think the reason for that is that the Economic Complexity Index looks at the knowledge content of exports, and that you've gotten your exports much more diversified.
Sharing the same opinion on Vietnam's economic growth as Harvard University, Singapore's Digital Times online newspaper stated that the shift of foreign enterprises production activities to Vietnam has contributed to promoting the country's manufacturing sector, attracting $252 billion in foreign direct investment or FDI. FDI inflows into Vietnam account for about 60% of total FDI inflows into the Southeast Asia region.
Vietnam was one of the first stops for the people that were producing things, because it had a lot of skilled labor, it had a lot of good infrastructure, it was very easily integrated into the world economic system, and the government encouraged that.
Vietnam's economy is friendly and fair towards foreign investors. Since Vietnam started reforming, things have just moved forward at a very steady pace of between 6 to 8% per year. And I think this is part of the success story, that Vietnam is able to stably deliver this, which might even be better than having an enormous growth in certain years.
With the title Economic Development on a Solid Foundation, journalist Gerhard Feldbauer wrote an article on the German newspaper Junge Welt, noting that Vietnam's economy remained strong during the 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, with foreign direct investment also increasing strongly. Vietnam has applied many drastic measures to stabilize the price of raw materials, promote construction projects, and create favorable conditions for businesses to access loans. Vietnam is also considered to have overcome difficulties despite global fluctuations caused by the conflict in Ukraine.
Recently, the government has approved the National Green Growth Strategy, as well as the National Agenda to improve the national credit rating, achieving investment grade by 2030. These, coupled with the continued efforts in the reforms in banking and financial services, administrative procedures, and addressing corruption, which will help boost Vietnam's business and investment climate, thus supporting its high growth in the medium and long term.